Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Easy English Learning. I'm Jake, and today we're diving into a big topic: how to stop wasting time when learning English. We're talking about real, practical ways to improve without doing things that don't work. Lena, glad to have you back.
Hi, Jake. Always excited to be here. And I love today's topic because, let's be honest, a lot of English learners are busy. They don't have time to waste on boring grammar books or listening to podcasts they don't understand.
Exactly. So let's get into it. First question: what's the biggest waste of time for English learners?
For me, spending hours memorizing vocabulary lists with no context. I know people who write 100 words a day, but can't use even 10 of them in a real sentence.
Yes, I used to do that. I had a notebook full of words like notwithstanding or albeit, and I never used them once in my life.
Right? It's much smarter to learn phrases instead of single words. Like, instead of learning just opinion, learn a full chunk, in my opinion. That way, you're learning how native speakers actually talk.
Totally. And it saves you time later. You don't have to guess how to use the word. You already know the sentence it belongs to.
Exactly. Another time waster? Watching English movies or shows without subtitles or choosing ones that are too hard.
That's a big one. People think, if I watch Breaking Bad without subtitles, my English will improve. But if you understand only 20%, what's the point?
Yes. If it's too hard, your brain switches off. You get bored or frustrated. A better idea? Watch something just one level above your current English and use English subtitles.
Or even better, rewatch something you already know in your own language, but in English.
Great tip! Like watching Friends or Harry Potter in English. You know the story, so you're not lost. Your brain can focus on the language.
Okay, let's talk about what actually works. What's one smart strategy that helps English learners?
Honestly, shadowing. It's when you listen to a short sentence and repeat it immediately, trying to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and tone.
Aw, I love that. I used to do that with TED Talks. I'd play one sentence, pause, repeat it, then play the next.
Yes. It trains your mouth and brain at the same time. You're not just listening passively, you're actively building your speaking muscle.
It's like going to the gym for your mouth.
Exactly. It's awkward at first, but it really helps your fluency.
Let me ask you this. Do learners need to study grammar?
Good question. My answer? Only when needed. Don't start with grammar. Instead, focus on input first, listening and reading. When you notice something that confuses you, like "I have been working," then check the grammar rule.
That's a good way to do it. Grammar should answer your questions, not be the starting point.
Right. Too many learners waste time trying to master every rule before they've had any real conversation.
And most native speakers can't even explain grammar rules. They just use them correctly.
Exactly. Learn the pattern, use it, and the grammar will follow.
So, how can someone practice English for just 20 minutes a day and still make real progress?
Easy. Divide it like this: 5 minutes listening to real English, like a podcast or video. 5 minutes shadowing what you heard. 5 minutes speaking about your day out loud. 5 minutes reading something short and interesting.
That's brilliant and very doable, even while cooking or walking.
Yep. English doesn't have to be an event, it can just be part of your day.
Now here's a hot topic: apps. Are they useful or a waste of time?
Mixed feelings. Some apps are great for quick practice, like Duolingo or Anki for vocab, but they shouldn't be your main method.
Yeah, I've seen people spend hours on apps and still freeze in real conversations.
Because apps can be too safe. Real learning happens when you feel a little uncomfortable, like speaking with someone or watching a fast video and trying to catch the meaning.
So, better to use apps for support, not for the whole journey.
Exactly.
Let's talk about confidence. A lot of learners say, I know the words, but I'm afraid to speak. What do you tell them?
I say, practice speaking alone first. Talk to yourself. Describe your room, explain your plans, say what you're cooking. It sounds silly, but it works.
I used to narrate my life in English. I'm opening the fridge. I see some milk. Should I drink it?
Haha, yes. It builds automatic thinking in English. Then when you talk to a real person, it doesn't feel so scary.
Also, record yourself. Listen back. Notice your mistakes and try again. That's a time saver.
Totally. You're being your own coach.
Okay, let's get real. What's one thing you wish every English learner would stop doing?
Stop waiting to be perfect before speaking. You will never be 100% ready. Speak now. Make mistakes. That's how you grow.
Preach. Mistakes are proof that you're trying.
Exactly. Don't aim for perfect English. Aim for natural English. People will understand you even if your grammar isn't perfect.
Let's also remind learners, fluency comes from exposure. The more you hear and read English, the more fluent you become without even trying.
Yes. It's like how babies learn. They don't study grammar, they just listen a lot and then start talking.
So, the more comprehensible input you get, the faster you improve. That means English that you mostly understand, but that pushes you a little.
Right. You don't need to understand 100%. If you get 80%, that's perfect. Your brain fills in the rest.
Before we wrap up, let's each give our top 3 tips for learning English without wasting time. Ready?
Go!
Alright. 1. Don't memorize words alone. Learn them in phrases. 2. Use shadowing for better pronunciation and fluency. 3. Speak out loud every day, even if you're alone.
Nice. Mine are. 1. Watch shows you already know, in English with subtitles. 2. Listen, then speak, don't just consume. 3. Make mistakes on purpose. It means you're learning.
Brilliant. Okay, friends, that's it for today. If you're learning English, remember, stop wasting time on methods that don't work. Choose smart, simple strategies that fit your life.
And don't give up. A little English every day goes a long way.
Thanks for listening to Easy English Learning. See you next time.